Welcome back to Engagement Academy, the show that's all from the perspective of someone who worked at a lot of companies and was like, what is this? Why are we doing it this way? I'm Christy. I've been your intern, employee, people manager, and executive who was like making you crazy. But now I've seen it from the other side. I've seen it from your side. And I'm like, oh, well, there's some stuff we got to talk about because I think everybody's misunderstanding each other. Here is something that happened enough times for me to count on hands and feet. The executives leave to go do an offsite. Okay. This would happen at like every company. The executives are like, we're going to an offsite. Everyone's like, sweet, have fun golfing, have fun doing that cool team building thing that we don't get to do. Awesome. And then they come back with this master plan and they're like, this is the roadmap. This is the vision. This is the plan. These are the goals. And all of us are like, you jerks, who helped you build this? Because we look at it and we're like, where did you come up with these revenue numbers? Where did you come up with these features? Because majority of the time, we were the ones closest to the customers, the closest to the product, the closest to the marketing and the sales and the actual doing of the business because we are the revenue drivers. We have all the feedback. We have all the intel. We have all the competitive intelligence. But the executives kind of just go and assume off of their siloed selves that they have enough information to like solve every problem. And they come back with this great plan. And guess what? The plan never works. Half the executives get fired. Everyone's quiet quitting and there's turnover. The ideal situation is if your executive team is going to go do an offsite, whether you're in tech or you're working with frontline workers in whatever industry, if there's like some master plan that's supposed to go on, here's what should happen. Before the executives go somewhere, interview the employees. Get really clear on what the patterns are that they're seeing. So the product leader really needs to get clear with the customer success and the sales and the marketing teams, like which ads are working, what are the keywords in sales conversations, what are the patterns in closed lost deals? That's deals that didn't become customers. I'm asking the customer success or support team, what are the common features everyone's asking for? If the executives are going to go offsite to go come up with this master amazing plan, they must interview employees across the entire business and ask them what the key patterns and takeaways are, but give the employees enough time to think about it, make sure they have good answers and they're not being put on the spot and think they're about to be fired. Like, we need to talk to you. Like, what? But here's an example. If you're in tech, but also if you have frontline members, think about how this applies to you too. A product leader wouldn't just want to go and be like, we're picking these features to build for this tech software. No, you would want to talk to the sales team and say, what are the top 5 reasons you lose deals? Who are we losing deals to? What's the comparison of the feature set? Asking the customer support and the customer success team, what features are working, not working? What features do people keep asking for? What should be on our roadmap that we could figure out how to solve for based on customer feedback, not just based on what's in my head, the product leader, which I've seen happen so many times. The marketing team, you should be asking what ads are working, what's resonating, what's the emotion, what are your lowest performing ads, what do they say, what are people not wanting to buy? You just can't rely on the biases of your actual executives to bubble up every pattern, trend, and possibility that in conversation that unfolds against everyone that your organization talks to. Whether it's customers or prospects, those leaders are very far away from the day-to-day life. And it's your boots on the ground revenue drivers, which was us, who were like, we have insights. And we would see the product roadmap or see the goals. And we'd be like, good luck. Wish you would have talked to us first because we can tell you this isn't going to work. Of course, your executives are super smart, but it can be easy to assume that just because they're a VP or a C-suite title, if you're not even invited to this offsite, which you should be, because there should be a company plan that involves employee engagement. Like these are the company goals and the company vision, and this is our employee roadmap of incentives and programs and things that you said were a problem that we're going to take seriously, that we're going to commit to fixing, adjusting, optimizing. But if the executives are going to an onsite and you get any whiff of the fact that they're not like doing employee interviews, and being really clear about what they're for, giving employees that chance to be part of building the company. I promise you, we have really valuable insights. Even if you have frontline workers, you might think like, what do they know? They know a lot. Oh my gosh, they know a lot. And they may not say it in the way that you would exactly expect to hear it, but they have so much valuable insight into how to make the business better that you're foolish to think that without talking to them, you can just come up with this magical plan that everyone's going to buy into. It's kind of like, don't tell me what to do and think that you have all the answers for my daily life. What? We do not like that, but it's a huge engagement driver for employees to just feel like they were called up and asked. They don't have to come with to the on-site, off-site. That's a private conversation between the executives to argue and say mean things to each other and come back and pretend like it was a great time. I only went to 1 or 2 of those as an actual head of or an executive, and they were like nasty. And one of these companies was actually pretty decent, but it was like the offsite was a battleground of debate. But that debate is all for nothing. You're not going to get to the best right idea if the actual people who are delivering, serving, building, marketing, selling, supporting, upselling, and troubleshooting your offering, if they're not consulted, there's no possible way you can come up with a master plan that's going to work. So don't let it happen. Pay attention. Might seem really great. Like the executives are doing an offsite. Also, we get a lot of work done when all the execs are gone. It's like the best week ever. Everyone's so productive. It's so helpful, which also tells you something. We are micromanaged and we are made nuts with interruptions. But that's your tip this week. Don't give this great big company plan update. Here's the Cinderella story, 18-month, 9-month, 2-quarter, whatever. Do not do that without talking to employees. I'll give you like one last example metaphor is like, it's kind of like planning a wedding for someone and never talking to them. It's like, here's what you're going to wear. This is what time you're going to eat. This is how we're going to get there. And this is your dress. And you're going to get your nails done like this. And this is where your bachelorette party is going to be. And you're inviting these people. It's like, what? But it's for me. Your company, technically, like if you think about it this way, like your employees and you guys, the executives, like you're a living, breathing organism. It's your employees that you need so badly to care about the work for the company even to exist. Your company's for the employees just as much as it's for your customers and your service and your offering. The company belongs to the employees, technically, if this is done right. I'm not talking about shares and ownership. I'm just saying, like psychologically in the workplace, make the company feel like it belongs to the employees and that they have input. And you will be shocked at the productivity and the better Glassdoor reviews and the, if there's follow through here, employees will love it. So that's all I had for this week. There's a Cybertruck pulling up behind me and it's freaking me out. So I'm going to go. I hope you guys have a great week and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. These Cybertrucks are ugly as sin.